Hello great people, and welcome to another amazing tutorial. Today I'm gonna be highlighting the best and the basic measures to adopt while managing stump on growth. What do I mean? A growth which has been left out unattended for a long period of time. I will be showing practically on how to handle such. So welcome to my channel guys, like my comment and share to your friends. Welcome to my ultimate guide on Dreadlocks maintenance. As you can see, I have taken care of all the surfaces before the maintenance process. And if your locks have been left unattended for a long time, like these ones, like let's say a year also, and you realize that they have started merging and matting together at the roots, then this tutorial might be best placed for you. To tackle those stump on mats, we'll be applying a soothing blend of oils to ease the tangles and nourish the scalp. Now this will make it easier to separate the matted strands with minimal breakages. So after applying the oil, then we can gently massage. Let's massage to distribute the oil evenly. Remember that the oil contains some essential benefits to the hair, since it's a blend of oils and it has got those nutrients which helps to to recharge the nutrients which are already present in the hair and the scalp as well. So it leaves your hair more healthier than before. So after doing so, we are going to kick off the maintenance process by separating the roots gently. So I will be using a pro tip to gently ease the matted hair strands by brushing them to loosen the tangles while carefully parting to ensure a smooth process. So just to brief on matters oiling the roots of dreadlocks before separating merged strands can make the process easier and more comfortable. So the oil helps to lubricate the hair, reducing friction and making it simpler to separate the strands without causing excessive breakage or discomfort. Applying oil can help to moisturize the scalp and hair, promoting healthy growth and preventing dryness. However, it's important to use a lightweight oil that won't cause buildup, such as jojoba oil or light blend specifically formulated for locks like this one which now I'm using. Apply the oil sparingly to avoid making the hair too greasy. So after undoing the tangles, you will notice that there are loose hair strands at the roots. So we will combine the crocheting, interlocking and retwisting to ensure a neat appearance and promote protective growth. Just to give a brief on the technique, crocheting helps to tighten the locks, while interlocking secures the roots, and retwisting gives a polished finish. So each method plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy and well-groomed dreadlocks. So what am I doing? I'm doing interlocks, and I will elaborate further on my second strand. So let me finish this one. It's done. You can have a look all the way to the roots, but I've just left out just a breather, that is a protective growth at the roots, which now I'll be working on as it's our finishing kick, that is. So I'm going to use my crochet to tame the split ends. As you can see, in a slow down version, you can just push your crochet to and fro, picking the split ends inside the lock strand. It's that simple. Can have a look. Now let's talk about the process on our next strand altogether. Just pick your lock strand, try and pull apart, with minimal tension. Remember that we have oiled the hair. Use your pro tip to quickly separate the roots which have matted together. That way you'll realize that the roots will be coming out, that is the strands, the hair strands will be disentangling with easiness due to the oil that we had just applied. So after doing so, that's the growth. You can have a look. Now after doing so, we are going to pick the loose strands and reattach them to the main lock strand before doing the interlocks. And I will be adopting a 4-way interlocking method. As you can see, that's my first interlock from left to the right, from half downwards, second interlock, third interlock from the right to the left, then the fourth interlock from down upwards. Then we can just repeat the process until we reach our desired level, since we have just decided to leave behind a protective growth just to do our retwist as our finishing kick, that is. So we'll be doing a retwist at the roots thereafter. Have a look. That's the finished look after taming the split ends as well as doing the interlocks and reattaching the roots. So separate, pull the strands apart gently with minimal tension. You realize that the hair strands will be, coming out with some easiness. Then use your pro tip, to gently brush the roots which have merged together, and have a look. This is working miracles. Have a look. Gently just brush apart, and you can note that now the scalp is visible. Now you can just go ahead and separate using your fingers where need be. That way you can just pluck out some strands. If you want to use a pair of scissors, at times you can just use it if need be, that is. So that way, that's the way to go. And this is our main agenda today, just to show how you can, manage that stubborn growth, which has been left out for quite a number of months. Have a look. That's the way to go. Just apply some light oil. Don't apply plenty of oil, just to avoid buildups. After separating the roots, you can just pick the loose hair strands from the scarf. Have a look. Those are the loose hair strands. Then quickly reattach them to the main lock strand. And how do we do so? We do so by crocheting method, and this is the way to go. In a slow down version, just tilt the lock strand in both clockwise and anti-clockwise movements. Have a look. And clockwise, and clockwise, 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 that way. However, we can interchange the process. We'll tilt the crochet, starting by placing the hook facing downwards, then pull the crochet outwards, push it inwards while the hook is facing upwards, that way, slowly, while letting the lock strand to stay in a steady position, that way. Simple, very simple. You place the hook, then you push the crochet, that way. And for more details, or else for more informative tutorial as pertains to, the crocheting techniques, I want to advise you to revisit my channel, because there are many tutorials as pertains to that. Have a look. First, interlock. Now we are doing the interlocks from left to right, up, downwards, right, left, then downwards, upwards. That's the fourth interlock. Then we repeat the process until we achieve the length that we want. Remember that we are going to leave behind a protective growth, which shall facilitate the retwisting process. That way. Have a look. Nice. So let's continue. So just to give a brief on what we are doing, there's a change of tune here. My client has just decided that we are not going to do the retwist. So after doing the interlocks at this level, I will just go back and retighten the roots by interlocking method. So we are going to retighten the roots using the interlocking method. We had left out a protective growth just to facilitate the retwisting process, but since our client has just changed mind, we are going to do interlocks all the way to the roots. So instead of retwisting, we will now interlock the protective growth all the way to the roots using the 4-way interlocking method. And just to talk more, or else to emphasize on the 4-way interlocking method, I chose the 4-way interlocking method to manage the growth because it provides maximum stability and durability for the logs. Now this method ensures each section is securely locked from multiple angles, reducing the risk of slippage and promoting even and healthy growth. So importantly, by interlocking in 4 directions, we create a strong uniform structure that helps maintain neatness and longevity, giving your logs a polished and well-groomed appearance. Have a look. Now, at this level, you will note that the log strand was locking naturally. That's why it isn't flattened. And to manage this, you need to do the crocheting. So just push the log strand between your fingers with some tension while pushing the crochet to and fro. That way, tilting the log strand both in clockwise and anti-clockwise movements, tightening the hair strands, thus giving that impression of cylindrical appearance on the log strand. Have a look. Looks nice. That's the final outcome. Now we are through with some few log strands, so we are just going to manage the protective growth at the roots. Now we start by identifying the final interlock. The final interlock on this scenario was meant from up downwards, so we will be picking our second interlock from that point. We'll be starting our second interlock from the right side to the left side. I'm just trying to manage the loose hair strands at the roots. Now I'll be picking the log strand from the right side to the left side. Then I'll do my final interlock from slightly up downwards, but I'm trying to bend the crochet in a way, that way. Look. Now I'm just going to manage the split ends along the log strand using my crochet hook. Remember that I'm using 0.5 mm. That way. Our second log strand, let's identify where the final interlock was meant. It was meant from up downwards. Yeah, up downwards. Now we are going to do, since the growth is not so much accommodating, we are just going to do a single interlock from left to the right, that way. Then that will be my final interlock because the growth is not so much accommodating. Always discuss with your client the level of comfort that he is experiencing so that you don't overdo. That way, always start by identifying where the final interlock was meant. On this scenario, it was meant from the right to the left, so I've just done down up once, then left to the right. Remember that the growth is so much accommodating, so we can do several rounds that way, up downwards. Then that will be my final interlock, up downwards. Just tame the hinges which seems to be poking out of the main log strand, that way. And just to give you a reminder, or else you can as well revisit my channel for more elaborative tutorials as pertains to crocheting. Whenever you are doing crocheting, that is the instant crochet, usually pick hair strands, making some micro loops. Whenever the crochet goes inside, picks some hair strands, making some micro loops, then going ahead and completing such micro loops by picking additional lock strands, hence tangling the hair further and forming a locked or else a matted cylindrical appearance, which now we are calling the dreadlock strand that way. So for a deeper dive into the dreadlocks maintenance, join my online classes through the info provided along the video and in the description. And thank you for joining me on this locks maintenance journey. As you can see, the combination of interlocking and crocheting has created a flawless and a polished look. Remember that with the right techniques and care, you can achieve beautiful, healthy locks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips and tutorials. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to bring you more amazing content. So that's my final lock strand. I'm just gonna interlock it that way. We have many tutorials as pertains to interlocking methods, so you can just revisit the channel for more tutorials on the same. I hope my tutorial was quite informative, so just consider sharing the tutorial to the world. Have a look. So nice, so lovely. Thank you for watching my tutorial to the end, guys. Stay blessed, stay locked.